New dorm life, new combat information, new Persona 3 Reload content schedule from Atlus, platform compatibility. Yeah, we've got a lot to get into with Persona 3 Reload, so participate in my ongoing giveaway of the Persona 3 Reload Digital Premium Edition if you haven't already done so, and then sit back and relax as we dive deeper into all the recent updates pertaining to this Persona 3 remake. I'll include my ongoing giveaway of the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Digital Deluxe Edition, linked for you in the description if you'd like to test your luck for that game as well. Persona 3 Reload is looking like it will be much more than just a simple remake of the incredible Persona 3 and its various re-releases on the PS2 and PSP, as we have seen numerous additions coming in the form of story content, new battle mechanics, and other features that make it more in line with Persona 5 Royal. In the last update, we discussed the brand new Link episodes coming to the male battle party members, the brand new for Persona battle mechanic in the Theurgy attacks, and more. But now, we have much more information about these Theurgy attacks and what kinds of ways we can benefit by employing them. A quick recap. These Theurgy attacks can be engaged when this bar next to the character's portrait becomes fully charged, and these attacks can be used against bosses and standard shadows alike. For Yukari Takeba, her Theurgy attack with her Persona Io is called Cyclone Arrow, an attack that ignores an enemy's natural affinity to deal heavy wind-type damage. The fact that this attack ignores an enemy's natural affinity is enough of an indicator that this move is going to be incredibly useful, as we can guarantee any enemy will likely suffer a lot of damage from this attack. Junpei has a similar Theurgy attack as well, as he and his persona, Hermes, sport the Theurgy attack Hack and Blast. This attack will deal heavy slash damage to a single enemy regardless of affinity. While Yukari, Junpei, and the rest of the Persona 3 cast all sport their own singular personas, our protagonist, as true with every other Persona game, can wield any number of them. Because of that, the protagonist can utilize a wide variety of Theurgy attacks depending on which persona he currently has active while in battle. Orpheus is his starting persona, but since he holds the power of the wild card, this trait allows him to handle a variety of personas and different Theurgy attacks. It is also important to note that each character will have their own weapon damage types, just like the original Persona 3 games, with the types being Slash, Strike, and Pierce. Something really awesome about Persona 3 and Persona 3 FES was that players could equip the protagonist with any type of weapon they wanted. This was later changed in Persona 3 Portable, and what may be considered bad news for some fans, it seems like Persona 3 Reload is removing that aspect from the original game and will simply feature the protagonist wielding one-handed swords. Atlus outlines this with the statement, "The protagonist's weapon of choice is a one-handed short sword." Many fans are interpreting this as a sign that we will not be able to equip the protagonist with any other weapon type other than the one-handed short swords. So let me know what your thoughts are about this in the comments below. Even if true, at least Persona 3 Reload will still hold on to the 3 weapon damage types in Slash, Strike, and Pierce. Also related to battles in Persona 3 Reload, we have a brand new uniform set debuting in the upcoming remake, coming as updated combat uniforms as used in Tartarus. These images on screen showcase the battle party's new threads while exploring Tartarus, the game's central dungeon sporting the majority of the game's combat. Now, that's about it with the combat updates for now, so let's instead take a greater look at the social aspects of the game, from the newly revealed social stats to activities we can partake in after school and many of the characters we can create bonds with in the form of social links. First up, the social stats. Just like the original Persona 3, Persona 3 Reload carries over the 3 core social stats: Courage, Charm, and Academics. That's right, Persona 3 had just 3 social stats instead of Persona 4 and Persona 5's 5 social stats. But even so, these are incredibly important, allowing the protagonist to participate in certain activities and engage with other NPCs should the player have high enough stats. We can see here that working a part-time job as a barista increases both the charm and courage stats, and there are of course numerous other ways to increase these stats throughout the game. An aspect given much more attention here in Persona 3 Reload over the original releases is the dorm life. Here in Reload, we can hang out with the other SEES members in much more engaging ways. Cooking, studying, reading books, watching movies, tending to a rooftop vegetable garden, walking Koromaru, and other activities can all be done with the other SEES members, with the possibility of raising social stats and teaching the group passive skills called combat characteristics. These combat characteristics, earned outside of combat during dorm life, have big impacts to the growth of these characters while in combat, as we can see here with Junpei that his combat characteristic increases his critical rate and increases his critical hit strength. As for Yukari, her Healing Master combat characteristic reduces the SP cost of recovery skills to 50% of their normal SP cost. These combat characteristics will continue to grow and expand as the player engages with these members more and more at the dorm, and since we know that spending time with them has the chance of granting these passive combat abilities in battle, you'll be pleased to know that these bonds are reflected outside of combat as well, as these characters may reveal new sides of them with more character development. This gameplay and these screenshots demonstrate these new aspects of the SEES members that can be explored further while spending time with them. It sounds like this game is certainly rewarding players who spend more time with their fellow SEES members in the dormitory this time around, which is something I think is an incredible addition to the game and Persona in general. Let me know your thoughts on these combat characteristics and social elements in the comments. Also at the Iwatodai dormitory, we have access to the public computer in the dormitory's lounge that can be used to study or to gather intel. Such intel can be learned to acquire useful skills for combat and exploration while in Tartarus. Returning here in Persona 3 Reload are of course the social links. You'll be pleased to hear that every single social link scene, regardless of the link's level, will be fully voiced, another first for the Persona series. These bonds run the gamut of numerous fellow students from Gekkokan High to some that extend beyond the school itself, and just like other Persona games, strengthening these bonds is a priority, since the higher the level of the social link, the more benefits you are able to take advantage of while in combat. While it remains true that the male SEES members will not receive new social links this time around, at least we have the link episodes, that are Persona 3 Reload's way of placing greater importance on these characters while not explicitly giving them their own social links. Take a look at this video if you'd like more clarification on how these link episodes work if you're interested. With only a few more months to go until the game releases, we are going to be seeing a lot more of Persona 3 Reload. Atlus made public that we will be getting more information about the game during every real-world full moon, and in addition to that, we have the release schedule for the next several videos pertaining to characters of Persona 3 Reload. We got the main protagonist video along with Yukari and Junpei's trailers, but here on your screen is the list of the upcoming schedule for the rest of the character-specific trailers that will undoubtedly reveal more information about the game in the process. In addition to that, while we may not be getting a Switch version of the game, at least for now anyway, for those interested in playing Persona 3 Reload portably, we now have confirmation from Steam that the game will be Steam Deck verified on day one, so expect the game to perform well on that platform for those interested in playing the game portably. Make sure to watch this video going over the link episodes and Theurgy attacks, and of course, stay tuned to the channel for more Persona 3 Reload updates. I can't wait for this game, and I know it's going to kick some solid ass, even with some highly requested features being absent. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the game, and I look forward to seeing you all real soon in the next one.